So I want you to work on number 1, 3, 9, 11. Let's do those four first, okay? I'll give you about 5 minutes. 1, 3, 9, and 11. All right, Dino, were you able to do number 1?
Still working on it.
Still working on number 1? Pastor, were you able to do number 1?
I'm almost finished.
All right, so where are you at? So tell me how you did. We got 112. We started at 112, and the next one goes to 4, and there's a blank there. What's the answer there in the blank?
28.
28. That's good. Okay, so the next one is 2, and what's the blank there?
Which one?
So the next
Oh,
one,
2.
2 times 2, correct. And then we have the 28 goes to 7 times what?
4.
4, there you go, good. And then the 2 stays the same. So that was that 2 there, and then the next 2 comes down here, that's the 2 down there, right?
Yeah.
There's no line there, that's 2 right there. And then the 7 goes down to the next line. And then it's just 2 times 2, right? So the end result is what? What is the prime factorization? It's going to be what? 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. There's 4 of them. 2 to the 4th times 7, correct?
Yep.
That'll be your final answer. Good work. Okay. Good job. Number 3. We are telling what the number is, prime or composite. Okay. So, Grace, were you able to do this?
No, not yet. I'm still writing stuff down.
Okay, 39 is something times something, right? That's all we're looking for. What is it? Do you know if this number is divisible by anything? 39? Has anybody found a number that's divisible by?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, what did you get?
13 times 3.
13 times 3, correct. 13 times 3, so this is going to be equal to 3 times 13, okay. So therefore, this number is a prime or a composite.
Composite.
The composite, right? A prime number is a number that is divisible only by itself and 1, right? That's a prime number. So obviously this here is not a prime number, okay? It's a composite number. Good. Let's do number 9. Number 9, we have 16 and 68. So AJ, can you help me with the prime factorization of 16?
I'm not on that one right now.
Well,
I'm-
let's do it together. So you have 16, right? 16 is going to be what times what?
2 and 8.
2 and 8. Good work. Okay. 2 can go no further, right? What about
Yeah.
8?
2 and 4.
2 and 4. All right. So again, 2 can go no further. What about the 4?
2 and 2.
2 and 2. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 2s. 2 to the 4th, right? Okay. What about 68? AJ, continue on. What is 68? Is it a even number or odd number?
It is a even number.
Therefore, it must be divisible by
2
There you
and
go. So 2 times this would be 34.
mhm.
What is 34? Is it an even or an odd number?
It is a even number.
It's an even number, so it must be divisible by 2 again, right? So if I divide this by 2, I'm going to get 17. What about 17?
It is a odd number.
Okay. Is it a prime number? Can you divide anything by 17? Anything?
No.
Huh?
No.
No. So this is a prime number, right? So we're done. 2 times 2 times 17. So it's going to be 2 squared times 17. All right. So we did all the hard work. Okay. And what are we trying to find? Find the greatest common factor, right? So 16 is going to be equal to 2. There's 4 of them. 68 is going to be equal to 2 times 2 times 17. So we're trying to find the greatest common factor. So what do we need to do, AJ?
Multiply.
No, we need to look for numbers that are common together, right?
Yeah.
So we have a 2 here, and we have a 2 here that are common, right? So
Yeah.
your greatest common factor is going to be, there's a 2 here, 1, 2 here, and there's 1 here. So it's 2 times 2, which is,
4.
and that's your answer. Okay, all right. Okay. So that was a little involved, right? So that's the greatest common factor. So Elijah, if I asked you to do the least common multiple, what would I do?
Wouldn't you then multiply it by the other numbers?
Correct. So you would take the greatest common factor that you found, 4, and then you would multiply them by whatever's left over, right? So 4
Yeah.
times 2 times 2 times 17, okay, whatever that may be. Okay, I'm not going to go through that, but this is how you would do it. Okay, all right, this would be the least common multiple, right? Because pretty soon we're going to be finding that a little bit later on. Okay, so let's do 11. So 9 was a little involved. Let's see how 11 brings us. So on 11, we have 23x squared, and then we have 6x. So we're trying to find, we're gonna put this into a factorization. So it's gonna be 23x squared. So this is going to be 23, which is a prime number. Okay, you can't go any further with a number. You have 2 x's, x times x. Then for 6x, you're going to have 6 is 2 times 3, and you have an x. Okay, and it wants you to find the greatest common factor. So the only one that it shares there is going to be this x right here. So your GCF, greatest common factor, is going to be x. That's your answer. Okay. Now let's work on 13. 6 is, so let's work on 13, 16, 17, 22, 24. Okay, let's work on those. I'll give you some time to work on those. Cooper, you're a little late today.
Yes, I'm sorry. My Google Classroom had a bit of a glitch. It removed my pre-algebra class. I don't know why. It said it didn't recognize it, and I had to reload a few times, and eventually it returned.
Okay, all right. Do you know what we're working on right now, Cooper? Were you able to go to Google Classroom and find the review sheet that we're working on?
I have the chapter 4 review open in my book. Is that what we're working on?
I'm not working out of the book, okay? It's
Oh.
a worksheet that I posted in the Google Classroom.
Oh, alrighty.
So go to the classwork under the Google Classroom in pre-algebra.
I see the chapter 4 review.
Yep, that's what we're working on, okay?
Alrighty.
Okay, so let's go ahead and start working on this. Let's work on number 13 first. 13, you write two fractions that are equivalent to the given fraction. First one is 9/6. Pastor, what did you find?
What did he say?
We're working on number 13. So it
Oh.
says to write two equivalent fractions. So what are the two equivalent fractions that you found?
There's one, 1/1/2. Like one and a half.
Okay, so you had 1.5 over 1.
No, I had one
Oh,
half.
1.5. Okay, I see what you're saying. So basically, what you had is this, right? 3/2?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you divide the top by 3 and the bottom by 3, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Get that? That's good. Did you find another one?
Yeah, 15/12.
15/12 is not the same, right? Because 15/12 is the same as 5/4. 5/4 and this are not the same.
Oh, okay.
Okay, what you can do is you can just multiply the top and bottom by anything, right?
Yeah.
Actually, I can go 30/20,
Mm-hmm.
right? I can do 300/200.
Yeah.
Right? Or I don't know, I can multiply the top by 5, 15 and the bottom by 5, which will be 10, right? So there's several different things I can find here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, good work. Let's go to 16. 16, write the fraction in the simplest form. We have 8/20, 8/20. Yumil, what did you find?
Four and five.
Huh?
4 and 5.
4 and 5, you said?
Yes,
Okay. So how did you find that?
because 4 and 4 equals 8, and then 5 and 5 equals 20.
Okay, so you would divide the top and bottom by 4, correct?
Yes.
So if I divide 8 by 4, what do I get?
2.
2. What do I get on the, if I divide this by 4, what do I get?
Or 4.
If I divide the 20 by 4, what do I get? Huh? What is 20 divided by
5.
4?
5.
5, right? So your answer would be 2/5, right? Because and now you can go no further, right? This is as good as it gets. All right? Okay. That's that. 17. Seven over 21. AJ, what did you get?
Huh? I'm on that one.
Okay, let's work on it together. 7/21. Is there anything I can divide this by to make it simpler?
7.
7. So if I divide the top by 7, what do I get?
1/3.
And if I divide, what?
1.
Okay, what about the bottom? 21 divided by 7 is?
3.
3. There you go. So your answer is 1/3. Okay? Right? 22. 22. I have 5 and 14. What am I trying to find? I'm trying to find the least common multiple. So the least common multiple, to find that, I first have to find the GCF, the greatest common factor. So 5 is 1 and 5. 14 is 2 times 7. Okay, so there really is nothing that is the same, right? There's no common factor. which means that the greatest common factor would be 1. And we call this what? The two numbers are relatively prime. We call this they're relatively prime, right? So the least common multiple would be nothing more than 1 times 5 times 2 times 7. 2 times 5 is 10, and then it's going to be 70. So your answer is 70. Okay? The one that I really wanted to do was 24, so let's get on with that one. 24 is 5x cubed y, and then we have 15xy. So the 5, we're trying to find the what? We're trying to find the least common multiple. So again, in order to find the least common multiple, we have to find the greatest common factor first. So this is going to be 5 times their x cubed, x times x times x times y. And over here I have 15. 15 is going to be 5 times 3. And then I have an x times y. So now I have to look to find out which ones are in common. There's a 5, there's an x, and there's a y. So my greatest common factor is going to be equal to 5 times x times y. Okay? And then to find the least common multiple, I'm going to take this guy here, which is 5xy. I'm going to multiply that by what's left over. I have 2 x's, and then I have a 3 here times 3. So if I multiply the 3 times 5, I get 15. I have 1, 2, 3 x's, so it's x cubed, and I have a y. Okay, so that would be my least common multiple, right? So that's how you do that when you have variables, all right? Okay, let's take a quick 5-minute break, and then we'll come back and then we'll finish this up.